Greetings and salutations, everybody. Welcome back. So yes, I'm talking about Visible and Visible Plus, and I'm going to give you guys my insight, my in thoughts about this plan change that caught me by left field when I was at work, and Jose kind of hit me up saying, "Hey, you need to check this out." So shout out to Jose for that one. And also, this is my last day at 39 years old. My last day, effective midnight tonight. I jump into a completely different bracket, and I hit that big 4-0. And yeah, so anyhow, Visible launched Visible Plus. Now, you've probably seen a lot of different creators make their videos talking about it because it is kind of hot news in the mobile prepaid market. I'm going to tell you guys what I think about it afterwards, but just kind of in a nutshell. So you have Visible by Verizon, which is $30 a month now. So they dropped it by 10 bucks. It used to be $40. They dropped it by 10 bucks. And by the way, these prices I'm talking about do not include the party pay discount. So 40 is what it originally was. They dropped it down by 10 bucks because they added a plus version of it called Visible Plus, which is a $15 difference between Visible and Visible Plus. So it's $45 a month for Visible Plus. You get millimeter wave and C-band connection on Verizon's network. You get the usage of your phone in Canada and in Mexico, and you get calling to Canada and Mexico, but you also get calling to, I think it's 50 plus countries. Let me go back and check. I know you get texting to 200 countries, but with Visible Plus, I believe, let's switch to that. Let me just check real quick. 30. So international calling from the US to 30 countries, and then texting from the US to 200 countries. So you get a bit of premium right there. And again, a highlight around that for those who aren't concerned about the international talk and text is the connection to millimeter wave and C-band, which is their mid-band 5G, the N77 signal. You probably heard Sneed and everyone talking about when they talk about the telecom industry in their live podcast. You probably hear that a lot. And it's just basically the type of bandwidth you're connected to and how you're getting your speeds to your device, right? So when you see people doing speed tests on YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok, and they're getting like a gig download and like, over 100 plus megabits per second on the upload, yeah, they're talking about that. Now, I think this is cool because it finally brings in international, which is something that people with Visible were waiting for a long time, right? When Visible first launched, it was geared towards just a single person with a single phone line, right? So 4 people in your house wanted phone service, they would all have individual lines. And then they adapted what Sprint had with the Sprint Family plan and brought that in as a way of creating a family plan. But you don't have to be family to have the family discount. And so it's just basically creating what they call party. It's a party for everybody to get the discounts. And they kept it at 4 people per party or 5 people per party. And then now it's uncapped. So there's like parties that consist of like 1,100 people from all over the country connected together so they can get that $15 savings. So a lot of people were spending about $25 a month on their phone service with Visible because you get that $15 savings with the Visible Party Pay. So I know people's questions is going to be like, with these new plans, one being at 30, one being at 45, with the Party Pay, are you still going to get the $15 savings where Visible would be not 30 but 15 bucks, and then the Visible Plus would be 30 instead of 45. And so I didn't see anything about them getting rid of the Party Pay discounts. So I would say that you would still get those. And yeah, I think the big question here, especially for some of my friends who are, who watch the telecom industry closely, is this opening Pandora's box? Is this going to open where other prepaids are going to follow what Visible's doing here and begin to charge a premium connection for 5G data connection, right? Like, example, could Metro eventually release plans where there's plans that are only LTE, and then they have the other plans that have the T-Mobile's version of mid-band, which is N41, the 2.5 gigahertz spectrum, that they start charging a premium to access that. And that's what Visible's doing here. Even though Visible is affordable, it is good. Trust me, you know it is. I've used it. And um, the cool things about it is getting that hotspot and without it being like capped. So it's not like 30 gigs of hotspot a month. It's you use the hotspot you want to. The only thing about it is that it is a 5x5 connection, so it's 5 megabits download, 5 megabits upload, but it's still throughout your 30 days of Visible usage, you can use the hotspot whenever you need it. And so those are some cool things about Visible. But this thing of, if you choose the $45 a month Visible Plus plan, you get access to millimeter wave and C-band, which is their mid-band. That kind of opens a doorway that I'm afraid that most prepaid companies are going to start doing. And I know this was speculated in the past. People were talking about, eventually people are going to start charging a premium for 5G data connection, and then, without it, you know what I mean? And it kind of correlates with, handset manufacturers building out devices that are 5G capable, because, if you have a 5G phone, one of the things that comes and hits us mentally is I have a 5G phone, I should be able to utilize the 5G network, so I'll just go ahead and pay that premium because then I'm able to use the full capabilities of my phone. That's something that could happen in a lot of minds out there because of this. And so that's one thing that does worry me about Visible, is by them doing this. Like, I honestly feel like, the ultra wideband connection, which is, consists of their millimeter wave and their mid-band 5G. I think the mid-band 5G should be all across the board, and that, if they're going to charge a premium, the millimeter wave, fine, do that. But to say for both their mid-band and millimeter wave access to be a part of the $45 Visible Plus plan, and then their $30 plan just have 5G connection, that's like the 5G low band. I don't know. It's pretty much up in the air. One thing I am going to do is I am going to pop my Visible SIM in this Saturday to test it out on my Pixel 6 and see if I no longer have connection to N77. And then also, what is this premium thing too with the internet data side of it? Are they going to uncap it? Because right now, well, before this plan changed, Visible had one plan and it was capped at 200 megabits per second on the download. So with the 45 plus plan, are they uncapping it? Actually, there's not a lot of literature there to say. It could still be capped at 200 megabits per second. Who knows? And if it does, then is it really a point for you to have that premium data connection? Because millimeter wave is meant to give you fast data connection, right? Like gigabit per second download rate. So what would be the point of paying $15 more than the $30 plan for a premium data experience if it's still capped? So I would like to think it's no longer capped, but if it is still capped, okay, then what are you paying for? There's no point in having millimeter wave access at a 200 megabit per second download cap. But that's what I gotta say on that. Let me know what your guys' thoughts are in the comment section of the video. Smash the like button if you guys enjoyed the video. And yeah, I'm gonna jam out of here. And when I see you guys tomorrow, because I'm gonna be doing a live stream tomorrow, I will officially be 40 years old.